The probe panel looking into the charges against Robert Vadra was supposed to submit its report today, but at the last moment, late this evening, Justice Dhingra told the Haryana government he needed 6 more weeks. He said he'd got new evidence which had been handed over to him today. The Congress, though, has launched a very stinging attack against Justice Dhingra. He's been accused of having written to the Haryana government seeking favours for his NGO and to get roads built leading up to where this NGO is located. Justice Dhingra, though, is denying the charges. Here is the day's top story.
Massive political war erupts ahead of the probe panel report on the Gurgaon land deals, including the one between realty major DLF and Robert Vadra. While the Congress jumps to Vadra's defence targeting the head of the probe panel, the BJP hits back, saying that law will finally catch up with Vadra. Before the probe panel submits its report, Vadra launches blistering attack at the centre as well. In a Facebook post, Robert Vadra claimed that the government has not been able to prove anything against him. But he chose to evade the camera when India Today tried to speak to him on these allegations.
Robert Vadra refusing to answer the questions of India Today when we pose very direct questions that when and why he's not answering the questions that have been raised by the central leadership as well as the state leadership.
In 2008, Vadra's company Skylight Hospitality sold 3.5 acres of land in Shikhupur village to DLF at a rate much higher than the prevailing rate. Senior IS officer Ashok Khemka later cancelled the mutation of the land. In 2015, the BJP government in Haryana appointed the Dhingra Commission to probe the grant of licenses to various real estate companies in Gurgaon by Bhupinder Singh Hooda-led Congress government. With Vadra already under the scanner for various alleged land scams, now all eyes are on the findings of the Dhingra probe panel. With Manjeet Sehgal, Asar and Anindyo, Bureau Report, India Today.
Let's now listen to what Justice Dhingra, the man in the centre of this controversy, the man who's been tasked with preparing this report, which could potentially indict the officers who gave special favours to Robert Vadra. What does he have to say about why he's seeking an extension and also about the Congress's damaging charges against him?
Let's now go across to Justice Dhingra. He's the author of the report on the alleged land scam in Haryana. Justice Dhingra, you've sought for 6 to 8 extra weeks to be able to submit this report before the Haryana Chief Minister. Can you explain to your viewers why is it that you had to seek an extension for putting this report together, sir?
You see, I had already prepared the report. When I proceeded for Chandigarh today, I was about to proceed. See, I received a bunch of documents from a person stating that these are documents relating to Benami transactions of the persons who benefited from the grant of licenses. So I thought I can, go tomorrow. So let me study these documents also. After going through the documents, I considered that it was, better that I should study them in detail and have their impact. So I wrote this mail today evening to the government that if you permit me, I will study these documents and have their impact. Otherwise, I will come and submit the report tomorrow.
So the Congress is accusing you of a witch hunt, saying that this is a smoke screen of sorts against Robert Vadra, the son-in-law of Sonia Gandhi. They're saying Justice Dhingra...
Let me tell you one thing. Let me tell you one thing. I am not behind Robert Vadra or any XYZ. This is a creation of, I don't know why media is only talking of Robert Vadra. This is an inquiry about illegality of licenses, grant of licenses.
Sir.
And there is not one person who got the license. There are number of persons who got the license. And I have to inquire about the illegalities of all the licenses, not about one license.
So while, of course, the final report is not ready yet, Can you give us a sense of whether your initial findings seem to suggest wrongdoing on the part of the Bhupender Singh Hooda government, which is
You
responsible?
see, I can't give you my findings, because you'll have to wait for the report.
You're a very respected judge, sir, very well-known
Yes.
judge as well, and now you've come under attack, a very strong attack from the Congress
You
party.
see, I've been in attack from the quite long time. Even when I was judge, I was being attacked by advocates and many people. So not a new thing for me.
One of the other charges is that you wrote to the Deputy Commissioner of Gurgaon asking for a road to be built connecting...
Why there is no road built? You see, these are village rastas where I told them you should at least lay pavers so that people don't run into, you see, during rainy days, they can walk at least. So they have ordered for laying of pavers, not of road.
So, but
And if you see, by my saying 5 villages can get paver rastas in their village, I am happy. I will request every district magistrate to do so in all villages of Haryana. Let them do it.
So the Congress also accuses that an amount of 95 lakhs was sanctioned in March 2016 for this purpose, saying that the government released the funds from the Rural Development Fund to keep you...
You see, I don't know who released fund for whom, because I am not in Haryana government administration. I only made a request to district magistrate, DC there.
So, but what about the charge that funds were given as a favor by the BJP government to keep you in good humor?
Well, you see, my trust is, every month my trust spends about 5 lakh rupees in giving free medicine to the people. Do I need favors?
So Bhupender Hooda, in the letter that he's written, is accusing the commission of harassing, maligning him, the Congress leadership, minister.
I don't know. I have not even seen his face.
But why not? So why did you not call him in for questioning, sir?
So I called him. He did not come. So how could I see his face?
That officers who worked in his government were being harassed and maligned by you, sir.
They have been harassed and maligned.
Yes, that's what his charge is.
But how could I malign the officer without my report being there?
You're also being asked about why you didn't call Robert Vadra or representatives from his real estate firm Skylight Hospital.
Why I have called?
Why haven't you called Robert Vadra?
I have not called any private person. I am sorry. I have not called any private person who was not involved in giving lessons.
Okay, we're going to leave it over there. You responded to all the questions. Thank you very much, Justice Dhingra. Thank you.
So before I go into the newsroom showdown, I want to go across to our correspondent Manjeet Saigal. He's joining us from Chandigarh because, Manjeet, to me this looks very suspicious. You've got Justice Dhingra who told us yesterday that my report is ready, I'll present it to the Chief Minister. Now he's seeking an extension. The Congress is hitting hard at the Justice. What is the truth? Where does the reality lie? Why has he sought extra time? What's the inside story?
Well, Rahul, Justice Dhingra was supposed to hand over the report to the Chief Minister Manohar Lal Khattar today. So everybody was waiting for him, including the media persons. But suddenly we heard that he's not coming to Chandigarh. He has informed the authorities that he'll be requiring an additional time of between 6 to 8 weeks to compile the report. And he has also got additional information which may prove the involvement of government officials in the alleged CLU violations. So this is it. But the Congress is saying that there is something wrong at the bottom. The Congress has tried to has launched a three-pronged attack on the state government, Rahul. One, it tried to tell the people that they are political victim. Robert Vadra has been subject to a political vendetta.
Okay.
Vadra himself posted on his Facebook post that he's been subject to political gain. He was
Okay, I'm going to leave
used
it there.
for
Manjeet
political
Saigal,
gain.
many thanks
The
for joining us tonight. I want to dive straight into the newsroom showdown this evening. Joining us on this broadcast, Chief National Spokesperson for the Congress Party, Randeep Singh Surjewala, squaring off against him on the newsroom tonight, Sudhanshu Trivedi, National Spokesperson for the BJP. Sudhanshu, I want to come to you first because this looks very, very suspicious. You've got Justice Dhingra who announced that today is the day he will hand over the report to the Haryana government. At the last moment, Under mysterious circumstances, he says, I've got new evidence. Now, where was this supposed new evidence all this while? Why is he seeking extra time? The Congress has levelled serious charges against Justice Dhingra. Does this not seem like a very vitiated investigation instead of a thorough probe, Sudhanshu? Does this not seem like...
Rahul, there are two aspects. Number one, if at all a third extension is being asked by the Commission chairman, it is incumbent on the part of the Haryana government to provide a free and fair time and a proper assistance, whatever is being asked by the Commission. So it should be asked to the Commission why they want some extra time. And has it happened for the first time that why the suspicion is being raised? Whether it is the Sri Krishna Commission or the Banerjee Commission, and my friend from Congress, with due respect, I would like to ask, in Libraham Commission, you have given 48 extensions. 48
Is that?
extensions.
And you criticized that, now you're doing the same thing.
Never question.
You criticized it. The BJP criticized it severely when the Libraham Commission went from extension to extension. The BJP was deeply critical. Now you are guilty of doing exactly the same. Does it not look suspicious to you that on the day he's supposed to hand over his investigation to the Haryana government, he says, I've got new evidence. What is this new evidence? There is no clarity on. Who's given this new evidence? There's no clarity on.
How can there be clarity, Rahul? The new evidence can only be with the chairman of the commission. How can I, you or anybody from the government can say that the new evidence are there?
Randeep Singh Surjewala, the BJP says this has happened in the past. And he's citing what happened during the Libraham Commission, which went from extension to extension to extension. And therefore, you can't accuse the BJP government of dilly-dallying until the time the justice feels he's ready, he's not ready. If he's not ready, he's not ready, and you have to give him more time. Randeep Surjewala.
Rahul, Sudhanshu has, my friend has come unprepared today. That's why he's comparing a commission like Libraham Commission to Dhingra Commission. That's all right. All I want to point out to you, yesterday on this news channel, Mr. Justice SN Dhingra clearly stated that his report is ready.
True.
That he is going to go and submit this report to the Chief Minister. What happened? Was his report not liked by the masters in BJP? Is he trying to please somebody in the Bharatiya Janata Party? Is he trying to write a fresh report? What happens to the first report that he has prepared? All this leads to and point towards a murky and a questionable conduct by the Honorable Judge himself. More so when it comes in light of the fact that Justice SN Dhingra was seeking favour from Haryana government. Two facts stand out. I'll very quickly like to point out. Firstly, a private villager in a village in Gurgaon proceeds to donate land to a trust headed by Justice SN Dhingra, which is based in Niti Bagh, New Delhi. How does a person in Gurgaon come to know, ignoring 1,000 trusts which are working in Haryana, including in Gurgaon, that he has to go and give land to a trust headed by Justice Dhingra in Niti Bagh, New Delhi? It definitely needs to be probed. Then on 8th December 2015, Justice Dhingra asks for a road for connecting this gifted land, not land of villagers as he is saying, to connect this particular piece of land. Government of India acts with, Government of Haryana acts with alarming speed, sanctions 97 lakhs, and the road is under construction. Justice Dhingra is again wrong when he is telling you that. So here is a judge who's compromised.
Let Sudhanshu respond to this, because you've got Justice Dhingra admitting to India today that he's written letters to the Haryana government seeking a road. His defense was that seeking a road by itself is not a crime, but the Congress says the Haryana government showed undue haste in ensuring that Justice Dhingra's demands were met, raising questions about whether there is some kind of tacit understanding, whether the BJP is trying to please the justice who will deliver this big report.
First of all, I would like to say that I have not done any wrong comparison, Randeep ji. It is not comparing this commission with the Libraham Commission. It is also 7 weeks versus 17 years. 7 weeks versus 17 years. So it's altogether a different thing. Now, coming to the allegation of the Congress party, which they are trying to put on judge. I'm not surprised at all. Because whenever the question is raised on their first family, they are always in the habit of criticizing, even to the extent of going to have put and fingers on judiciary. Even in the National Herald case, Rahul, you remember? The decision has come from judiciary, but they have installed the parliament. In the Augusta Westland case, the decision has come from Italian judiciary, and they have put allegation on the Prime Minister. Even you remember, just 4 days back, we were having the anniversary of emergency, when there was a High Court judgment against Srimati Indira Gandhi when she was Prime
Gujarat
Minister.
State
She has
Petroleum
put allegation on
Corporation,
entire judiciary. So whenever there is a question is raised on the first family, they are always in the habit of criticizing
One
judiciary
second.
or whoever they think fit. So I am not surprised
Can I
at all
request
with
both
their
my guests?
attitude.
1 second. Mr. Surjewala, you're a very senior, seasoned politician. Can I request that we don't have guests talking over each other? We don't like that in India today. One at a time, say your piece. I promise to give you an opportunity to rebut. Randeep Singh Surjewala, Robert Vadra again and again ducking questions. There are several questions that have been asked. He is in public life by virtue of the fact that he's married to Priyanka Vadra. Should he not come out and answer those questions? When he doesn't answer, when he's running away from the cameras, it creates a sense that this is a man who has something to hide. And before even the report of this committee is out, the Congress is already believing that they'll be found wrong. You know, when I spoke to Justice Dhingra, he said, how can I be guilty of maligning someone? You don't even know if I've indicted anybody. So why is the Congress so jittery? Right now we don't know what the report will say, and yet you're assuming the worst.
Rahul, three things stand out in this case. Firstly, now RTI into Constitution of Dhingra Commission has just come out. Something that Mr. Khattar was sitting over. That reflects firstly that the commission was wrongly constituted in the first instance. There was no recording of any material or available on the record satisfying the conditionality of section 3, which says there has to be public interest involved. There was no complaint available. Mr. Khattar passes a whimsical 7-line order, constitutes the commission without consent of the cabinet or much less the legislature of state of Haryana. Secondly, 35,000 acres of land has been licensed between the year 1981 to 2016. Why is it that only 15 licenses amounting to 60 acres are being probed? Why not order a probe into all licenses?
Why should Bhupinder Singh Hooda not appear? Mr. Surjewala, why is your former chief minister not appearing? When we asked Justice Dhingra this, he says, I reached out to Hooda. He didn't come and appear before the commission. If questions have been asked, shouldn't the chief minister come and appear? Does he think of himself as being above inquiry?
Absolutely not. I think Justice Dhingra has not stated true facts. When a notice was issued to the former chief minister, he appeared through his counsel and asked if he is examining the conduct or a complaint against Mr. Hooda under section 8B, to which judge passed a reasoned order saying that there is no complaint against Mr. Hooda, that there are no allegations of wrongdoing against Mr. Hooda, that there is no witness that needs to be cross-examined by Mr. Hooda, that no complaint or document needs to be given to him.
I have one final question for Sudhanshu Trivedi before I move on to part 2 of the newsroom tonight. Because what we've seen, Sudhanshu, is a perception being built of guilt. What we haven't seen is any hard evidence to suggest that Robert Vadra is indeed guilty. He's been saying, look at what happened with the Rajasthan government. They ultimately gave me a clean chit on this issue. There have been lots of smoke screen. If there is hard evidence, let that be put out. Otherwise, the Congress and Robert Vadra will continue to accuse you of a witch hunt.
Rahul, as far as the hard evidence are concerned, it is up to the commission to justify it, but the things which are there in the public domain, whether it is the relaxation on the part of first come first service, or relaxation on the part of paid up capital, or relaxation on the part of giving second letter of intent, so many things are there in the public domain which will come after the due course. But on the political side, I would like to ask, why the Congress is so much enthusiastic, or you can say a little bit of perturbed on defending Sri Robert Vadra, who is technically having nothing to do with Congress party. But now their party president, now their entire party coming in the defense. It shows that Sri Robert Vadra is not only the damad of the party, but also they are trying to link it to the session of the parliament.
Okay, I'm out of
And
time.
that
I'm
too
out
to
of
the GST
time.
bill.
So, but
It means
Randeep
they
Singh
are
Surjewala, that's a
trying to
personal
connect
charge,
to
so I must give you 10
matters
seconds to
also.
respond to what Sudhanshu is saying, but make your intervention very brief, please.
I will say it's completely preposterous. Bharatiya Janata Party and its leadership continues to use Mr. Robert Vadra to attack Congress leadership.
Okay.
And then they want Congress leadership and Congress party and Mr. Robert Vadra to keep mum. So they want to accuse him, they want to hang him, they want to prosecute him, they want to level false allegations and witch hunt against him, but they want him to not reply. That will not do. For you are using Shri Robert Vadra's name to for name calling to Congress leadership and accuse us falsely without an iota of evidence which you have not been able to
Okay, I leave
prove
it
for
there.
24
Randeep
months.
Singh
So stop
Surjewala,
this witch hunt.
Sudhanshu Trivedi for joining me on the newsroom tonight. Thank you very much.